Hello and welcome to a not very sexy weight loss video. This isn't the cool bit where you lose loads of weight and all your dreams come true. This is the foundation, the root of successful weight loss journeys. I think that's the best way to describe this. What I want to do today is I want to show you how to set up the perfect maintenance phase. A maintenance phase is where you don't lose or gain any weight, you stay totally neutral. There is some fluctuation with that, but we'll go into more detail with that a little bit later on. Why maintenance is so important is because it is your forever. Once you've lost all the weight that you want to lose and you've got the dream physique that you truly want, you want to be able to maintain it. There's no point doing all this hard work, getting the result that you really want, and then screwing it up after. You'd be so disappointed if you work that hard and then put all that weight back on. So there's a couple of different places where a maintenance phase is going to be really useful. We're going to talk about a couple of them, but I guess an introduction to that would normally be coming out of a deficit. So you've been losing weight, you come out of a deficit, you come into maintenance. Or all people should do and what they don't do is before you head into a weight loss phase, you start with maintenance. That is a really good idea as well. But again, we're going to go into more detail on that as we go. Let's start off with how to find maintenance. So I like with my clients to use the 10 and 20 rule. So what that means is if you're a woman, you're going to take your body weight in pounds and you're going to multiply that by 14. If you're a man, you take your body weight in pounds and you multiply by 15. That will give you the amount of calories that you can ingest in a day and you should hold weight. Now, it's not always perfect, and normally it takes around 2 weeks, maybe even a little bit longer, to test that and figure out whether that's right. There's a couple of little considerations to think about. If you have early childhood or teen history of obesity, perform anything less than 5,000 steps a day, or are over 60, you may need to adjust your multiplier. I would drop by 0.5 for each of these. So if you're over 60 and do less than 5,000 steps a day, I would drop your multiplier by 1. So there are a couple of little things to think about there. That should get you within a good shooting distance, and then you actually find out if that's right or not and if it's working by doing this. You are going to use this beautiful build a body maintenance chart. Oh, baby. It is very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And it works wonderfully. So this is how to use it. First things first, we want to give ourselves a gateway. For the purpose of maths, we're going to say this person weighs 100 pounds. That is so you'd have to be a small child, but just for the purpose of maths, it makes it easy. So 100 pounds this person weighs. You are going to take 1% of your weight and you're going to give yourself an upper and a lower cap. An upper and a lower cap. So you're going to say this person was 100 pounds. 1% of 100 is 1. So I'm going to give myself an upper cap of 101 and a lower cap of 99. Then I'm just going to eat normally, or I'll eat what I think might be my calorie count, the equation that we just did, and I'm going to weigh in. So I might weigh in at 100, and this little average column here will go green. It goes green because on average, I'm in between 100 and 99, my upper and my lower caps. I might weigh in at 101. On average, I'm 100.5. I might weigh in at 100 again. I might weigh in at 99.8, I might weigh in at 99.5. I might come in at, I might have a big meal on a Friday night, weigh in on Saturday morning, come in at 102. Can you see that even though I'm above my upper cap, this green cell has not emptied itself because I haven't on average come up above my upper cap. I might weigh above my upper cap right now, but on average, I'm still well within it. That's really important because you want to allow in maintenance for number one, just normal fluctuations to happen, but that's done by our upper and lower cap. But also you want to allow yourself some freedom in maintenance to be able to eat bigger meals where you are going to see sort of bigger fluctuations, but your body weight will clear out as long as you go straight back to normal calories the next day. That's totally fine. So then this person might come in the next day, weigh in at 101.2. Now, what happens here is if they're still above their upper cap, it will not glow green. And your goal is to have this little average column glow green as much as physically possible. So if they are a little bit more chill with their food, their average will come back down and now they're back in. All right. Now, here is the interesting thing with this chart. This chart is designed so that you won't have to track your calories using MyFitnessPal or any other app that you might use, MacroFactor, RP Diet, whatever. The idea is that you don't have to track calories anymore. That's why we're doing this. We want you to live a normal, stress-free life where you don't have to do an essay before every meal. So to start off with, I would recommend that you do track, because you want to know how many calories you're ingesting, and if your equation wasn't quite right and you're regularly going up and up and up above your cap, then you know, okay, I'm currently eating 1,900 calories a day. I'm going to drop by 150 or 200 and see if I then level out and start to stay in between my cap. So this is why this chart's so helpful, because it's going to tell you whether the equation you did in the first place is working or not. So stick to it. Wait to see for 1 or 2 weeks. Really, if you're a woman, you should go more 2 weeks, maybe even 3, because your hormonal cycle is going to cause bigger fluctuations. So you need a little bit of a longer time to actually figure out whether that's right or not. But give yourself some time to figure out whether you're staying within your upper or lower caps. If you're dipping down lower all the time, then you might need to give yourself 150 to 200 extra calories back. Once you've steadied out, you can start to stop tracking. If you come out of your upper and lower caps, you're probably getting that a little bit wrong. You might want to start tracking again and bring yourself back into your upper and lower caps. And you're just going to slowly get to know your body, get to know your hunger signaling, and figure out what's appropriate. You'll start to be able to eyeball foods. This, if you can nail this, you are building a fantastic relationship with your body, your hunger signaling, and food. This is the holy grail of relationship with food. If you can master this, it's a brilliant place to be. A brilliant place to be. Okay, next up, where did you come from? So if you're coming out of a deficit, you are going to be hungry. You're going to be very hungry. This chart is going to really help you to not just balloon up and put back on loads of weight. You will put back on a little bit of weight because as you bring in more carbohydrates into your system, your body weight is going to pop up a little bit. So when you set your upper and lower caps, give yourself room for glycogen, that's carbohydrates stored in your body, glycogen to make you weigh a little bit more. So if you were 100, you might want to set, if you're 100 pounds, you might want to set your upper caps a little bit higher than 101. You might want to go to 102. And then have your lower cap as 100. That might be the better way to go, or have your lower cap as 101. Whatever works out best for you, just give yourself a little bit of room for your weight to bump back up, because that's really normal. That's not body fat coming back on, that's just extra glycogen in the system. but your hunger is going to be all over the place a little bit. So just give your body a chance to just get used to the new normal. You won't be hungry like this forever. As you're eating in maintenance, hunger will settle down. That will happen. If you're sick of your big eating and your body is not in a very good place and you want to lose weight and you're doing a maintenance phase to help you start off a really healthy, slow deficit, then you won't be hungry at all, really, because you've just spent a lot of time eating in a calorie surplus. So relax, it's okay. Just give yourself a minute actually to get back in touch with what normal hunger signaling should feel like. This chart's going to help you with that, because you might feel really hungry or you might not feel hungry at all, but your body weight is going to trend down or up and show you whether you're under or overeating. So that's going to be really helpful for you. Lastly, this is what I'm going to finish on. This is your life now, right? I've weighed in 7 times in that first week. You don't have to do it 7 times. You could do it. I would advise a minimum of 3 times, but you don't have to do it 7 times. You could do it 5 times. You could do it 4 times, whatever. But don't skip weekend weighing. I would recommend that you weigh over your weekend, because otherwise people get into the habit of eating brilliantly throughout the week. They eat like trash at the weekend, but you can put on weight pretty easily by just smashing food over the weekend. So keep weighing in, because it holds you accountable. It shows you how much weight you're putting on when you binge eat over the weekend, and gives you a little nudge to, look, chill out a little bit, right? Manage your food a little bit better. But this is supposed to be easy. So if you're doing something like weighing in 7 times a week and it's causing you a lot of mental stress, weigh in less. If you're tracking every tiny bit of your meal and it's causing you stress, track a little bit less. Maybe track the most, if you've done it for a few days and oh, when I track my spinach it's 7 calories, just don't weigh that out. Just weigh the most important bits of it, and then give yourself, say your calories are 1,900, eat 1,800, and allow for the small things that you're not tracking to take up about 100 calories in your day. The idea is that this should be really easy. I have been living like this for years. I spend a lot of my year in maintenance phases. If ever I need a break, I'm just psychologically done with tracking food properly because I've been in a deficit or I've been in a surplus. I'll spend time in maintenance to just allow my mind to just recover from the stress of intentional dieting. It should be that easy. I wake up in the morning, I step on the scales, I don't track my food. I just make sure that my body weight on average isn't coming up and out of maintenance. It's really easy to do if you can build a good relationship with your health and fitness and your food. This is life moving forwards. So if it's becoming overly stressful, try reducing some of the things that you're doing, because you should be able to be happy and keep a relationship with your health and fitness. All right, let's finish there. Hopefully you found that really helpful. If you did, feel free to message me and let me know. I always like to know when I'm being useful. If you've got any further questions, please message me as well. Like I say, I want to be useful, so if you message me and let me know, I'm more than happy to respond and clarify anything that you need. Other than that, enjoy this chart, and hopefully it helps you build a better relationship with your food. Have a good one.